Hey everybody, for this video, I'm just going to go over your final project and the pre-writing activity that we did on Tuesday, July 21st. So when you go into your life skills course, you'll notice that there is a new folder, a green folder called Life Skills Final Project. You're going to click on that, and then you're going to click on pre-writing for final exam. So this isn't your final, this is a pre-writing activity that we did. When you go here, you'll see that these are examples of a few different things that you could do. Think of these examples as baseline, meaning your final project should be just as good, if not better. You can also open this Padlet for your reference to help come up with what you can do. When you get to this page, there'll be a button for you that says My Document. Click on My Document, and you'll open a document that looks exactly like this, except it'll have your name and a special number here. So we did this in class on Tuesday. You need to get this approved before you start working on your final, okay? So I'm going to show you my example, which is what we did in class. So it says, essentially, your job is you are writing a journal article for a certain type of audience, answering this question. What are the 5 things you need to do in order to have a successful semester of distance learning? Your audience can be your friends, your teachers, the nation, the superintendent, the principal, your parents, okay? You want to pick an audience that you think you can actually give helpful advice to. So for me, I decided I wanted my audience to be principals. What are some things that principals need to do in order to make sure that we have a successful semester of distance learning? So the next thing I asked you to do is brainstorm a list of at least 10 things that your audience needs to know. So in my case, my audience is principals. Yours might be different, in order to have a successful semester. Now, when I say a successful semester, I don't just mean a Zoom session. We've talked about a lot of things, right? So we did a middle school reflection where we talked about the difference between middle school and high school. We did an Iron Chef where we talked about how to be organized. We looked at our digital media habits and talked about good and bad habits. We looked at a situation in which somebody posted something on their social media that negatively affected them, and we talked about how to be a good digital citizen. You watched a video on media literacy, on how to determine what is credible and what is not credible. And then lastly, you did that Padlet where you came up with a bunch of ideas, okay? So in class, we worked together to come up with 10 ideas for principals. So here are the 10. And then it says reflect on all 10 and highlight your top 5. So we decided our top 5 ideas was to give the teachers freedom to communicate with students, to communicate with parents, to distribute reliable technology to teachers and students, and to not mandate long Zoom calls. So when I look at these 5 things, I think these are great ideas. I think that it's a variety. I could expand on each one. Now, unlike other assignments in this class, the content, meaning the answer to this question, the 5 things, is just as important, if not more important, than being able to use the technology, because you're using technology to highlight and communicate your ideas effectively. So the next part, this might look a little bit different for some of you. In period 1, we ran into some issues, and so what I did was I deleted this chart right here. And I kind of changed what you have to do. So for this, it just says choose your medium. So you can do a Google Doc, Google Slide, or you can use Canva. And then after you choose your medium, consider that you're only going to have a few days for your final. Your final's due Friday. Today's Tuesday. And then tell me what you're planning on doing for your final. So I decided between Docs, Slides, and Canva, I'm most comfortable with Docs. And also, I think docs are something that principals would appreciate over something like a Canva poster. So in this box, I just wrote, I'm going to make a Google Doc that outlines the 5 tips for a principal. So again, this part might look a little bit different on your screen. That's because I changed it between first and second hour. After that, it says, tell me what you are going to do. So you have an audience, you have your tips, and you have your mediums. So say my medium was actually Canva. In Canva, I can use templates, insert images, change backgrounds. In Docs, this would say something like, have a table of contents, use headers. In Slides, it might say something like transitions. That's all you have to submit today, and this is just your pre-writing activity. Hope this helped. Bye.